I don't battle, I just be mad smack. Kidnap your daughter and I tell them all to bring the stash back. Shorty average, but I keep it around cause I facts. And yeah, the check clear, gotta cash that.
I'm back to work right after this, November 19th.
Oh yeah, Closure Part 2.
Closure.
It's about time.
Closure, you know,
Closure
I like closure because it's them battles you don't expect to ever happen.
Some of those be on there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we get,
you
know, we get one of those type of things. Maybe grudge matches or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So, what is going on for Closure Part 2? You I ain't gonna lie, you kind of gave us a little bomb earlier, a few hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck my head up for half a second. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen you turn around to me while Show was talking.
I had to text T like, yo, I don't know if
you didn't
this
want to
should go out
believe
right
Show
now.
Up or something. You was like, nah, no way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I guess, you know, I'm sure you're gonna make an announcement soon and things like that. But
yeah, but I got you, because I know you put this.
Yeah,
out.
I was about to say, you know, T. I had to text him today, like, yo, hold up, T. He told me to hold up. Wait a second. You know what I mean?
Hold on until we go with these public trailers dropping, please. But yeah, Closure has always been one of my favorite cards that we did at RBE because it's not just grab battlers and create a card. It's not easy to I think the first one was 5 main battles, and every single battle had a grudge storyline or even a physical confrontation behind it, like Hitman and Bill Collect, the physical confrontation, Red and Jay Murder. It was really just a shove match, but that's a physical confrontation. Bonnie and QB, physical confrontation.
Math
and Clips.
That was a good
Closure.
one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
as friends or whatever, their little back and forth or whatever, what their status was. So it was just such a dope concept to me. And when we locked in Big K versus A Ward, and the fact that is a real grudge match, the fact that we see cooked up grudges, you know, somebody hops in spaces, goes back and forth real quick, grudge. Or what? Nah, you know what I'm saying? Or some tweets real quick, grudge. And I'm not mad because the culture needs matchups.
Hell yeah, we need to
but at the same time, it's dope to have a real grudge. Like Big K really, really doesn't like A Ward, and A Ward doesn't care for Big K. And I say that because Big K is A Ward's a little bit more passive. Like, I don't fuck with him, but whatever. But Big K is like, you would think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't battle rap, like, and I don't know, I'm not hyping it. I'm just saying, they don't like each other.
Yeah.
So when we locked that in, we told ourselves if we put one or two more battles on the card that have any type of closure theme to them, we'll finally have part 2 to that. And another battle that was hanging out there that we're finally gonna get done is Red versus Active.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Active
he was upset last time I was out here.
Yeah, when the trailer, in the trailer.
And I seen them have a conversation back and forth.
They did. But even in the trailer, we got the clip. Avo chopped up the trailer. It's the clip of when Active was like, "Yo, I might slap you when I see you."
Yeah, or like, nah, they was talking crazy.
Yeah, so it's like, you know what, yo, fellas, like as always, whether it's Math and Serious, Bill Collector, Hitman, whatever. Hey, let's bring closure to it. Let's put business around it. Everybody wins. You know what I'm saying? Let's turn a bad situation to a good situation. So that's a closure card. Battle that's on the card. Jag is returning to RBE.
Now, that's where the glass breaks and Stone Cold walk out right there.
Yeah, that within itself is closure because the last time I think either one of us was talking about our pride situation, I don't think either one of us felt that we would be working together again. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So there was a couple people.
You said you wouldn't work with him no more.
I said that, and you notice I'm still maturing, man. I'm growing. That's why
you dropped the hammer. When
you asked me about Reed, I ain't jump out the window, right?
Yeah, nah.
I'm growing, man. I'm growing.
Listen,
I'm growing. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to, as a man, I'm trying to get better with my never principle, because I tend to bring my real life principles into these situations, which I should always do regardless, but there'd be so much things that's just pure business, and I don't want RBE to shoot ourselves in the foot over good business opportunities that we can have when it really can still be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the Jag situation is something that he's willing to make up. I think he was willing to make it up. He is making that up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I should have left more of a lane at that point. We shot a blog together the other day. I'm gonna drop it.
You and Jag?
Yeah. Yeah, we shot him. Not in person.
No. I'm just saying, just for the fact that y'all spoke.
Yeah, we did a. Well, obviously we locked in the.
No. I'm just saying, like, for the fact that y'all actually finally spoke.
Yeah, and in the blog we addressed the elephant in the room.
And just between you and me, I've never said this, but like Jag has reached out to me, and I tried to get him to chop it up, and it would just never happen for whatever reason. Either he just was like. He probably just didn't want to jump out there too much or whatever, but for some reason, I never seen him like actually address the situation ever really.
And I think that helped leave the door open too.
Okay.
Because for me, and it's not an ego thing. It's not purely a right and wrong thing. Even though I have my feelings towards the initial situation, and he has some agreement of how we felt as well. Like this is a conversation that we had on camera. We'll be dropping it, but at the same time. You know, I know the difference between when somebody is wrong and then because they're in front of the fans and the public, they're still trying to protect their reputation and their ego or they're lying or whatever. For Jag to accept on camera with me, at least his stake in it and us have the conversation that we had or whatever, and the fact that I never really seen him jump out the window and be disrespectful is one of the reasons why I reached out to him.
Respect.
And there's a couple other people on that I reached out to was like, yo, you know what? I got something going on. Maybe it could be a fitting of closure. But you see how we just had to have all that talk about Jag? Mm-hmm. Him within himself is closure, but he's battling show off.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But he's battling show off. So it's either gonna be Jag returns and he gives the type of energy and performance that he came in the game with, like when he battled Math. Or Show Off's gonna teach him a fucking lesson for stepping away the way that he did. One or the other is gonna happen.
And you know, I'm not gonna lie, like even for Jag, I feel like his situation with yours, and I guess a couple with other things that he may have been involved in, his name attached to, kind of turned the fans against him a little bit. I've seen.
Yeah, anything outside of RBE, I don't want to get into for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only thing that I care about outside of RBE is the fact that Jag returning to RBE puts Jag versus Active on the table. And I would clear that with King of the Dot first if we were to do that. That's
hard.
It's a grudge match, possibly. But that's the only thing I care about as far as any rumors or whatever that don't involve RBE. And that's because King of the Dot, I believe, had that book. But yeah, like I said, we got the Big K, we got the A-War, we got the O-Red, we got the Active, we got the Jag, we got the Show Off, we got Ill. We got yo, hold on, y'all. We got Ill Will versus 40 Bars. So I'm happy to finally give 40 Bars back to RBE.
Oh, that's fire. Ill Will 40 Bars?
Ill Will 40. Yeah, this nigga had to double check.
Ill Will 40, that's crazy. That's before we go into that real quick, I just want to ask this last thing on the Jag thing is as far as like legally, are you guys done with y'all legal situation?
So legally, him coming back to RBE is part of clearing the issue.
Gotcha.
So on the business side of things, I mean, I'm not going to put our contract out there or anything like that. But of course, I'm pretty sure that everybody would assume that when he and I started to put things together, we incorporated in a way we could all try to make up for the past.
Bad.
So I think that's pretty, obvious.
No. I just,
nobody is gonna. I'm not gonna allow anybody that would have that much of a. I don't want to say loss because I don't want to put a negative connotation on anybody's return. Because I'm happy that Jag is coming back. But if we have a situation where we feel like we don't have what we deserve or we lost our hard-earned money or promotion or marketing or anything like that, you're not going to come back to RBE with a clean slate. I think as men, we deserve to all come to the table a certain way and make sure that everybody feels that they're comfortable. And shout out to Jag for coming back the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's respect, man. Personally, for me, I'm happy that it worked out because I like that combination that you guys had going on.
Yeah. Jag is he could be a menace out there on the internet when he wants to be.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I like about him. Whether you hate him or you love him, he draws your attention, his energy. You know what I'm saying? And I think him coming back to RBE the right way now is those are the type of things we're gonna aim for him to do again. You know what I'm saying? Draw that type of energy and attention. So. And
then you said 40 bars and Ill Will.
40 bars and Ill Will.
Closure. What kind of closure is that?
That one's not a super closure per se, but I wanted Ill Will back. Ill Will hasn't battled since Rosenberg Raw.
That's crazy.
That battle. And 40 Bars, me and 40 Bars have been talking off and on for over like the last 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. Timing here and there, situations, other battles or whatever, you know what I mean? So it was in and out, in and out. But
this is in the middle of the tournament as well. So
we had it locked in first, but when I saw that she popped up on the tournament, you know how I operate. It's like salute. You know what I'm saying? Just fulfill your obligations with RBE, and I don't be having no problems with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, nobody got to check in with me, nothing like that. We have ways in our contract where, of course, we need to know what's going on. But at the same time, if something else is going on that doesn't conflict with us, the battler just needs to handle their business.
Got you.
You know, caution is on a tournament tomorrow with Remy Ma. Even though our battle is first, while she's practicing her rounds for her shit tomorrow, that could still easily conflict with her prep for our shit.
Yeah.
So we don't be having that. We don't be tripping on that type of shit. But yeah, shout out to 40 Bars. I know when we locked in, she told me that the only thing that she really had coming up was a one rounder. So I know that's not going to draw her attention too much. But to see Ill Will in there with a pen like that, as well as a female, one of our GOATs, you know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a very entertaining battle. And we haven't had 40 Bars on RBE ever since she battled Quantum on our shit back in Drum.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? So to have one of the female GOATs back on RBE is an honor. Me and 40, we always, anytime we got on the phone, we politicked or we chopped it up, we've always had respect for each other. It's just finally it worked out. And shout out to my nigga Ill Will making it back too.
And